2, 1.
Fall is in the air, and before you turn your attention to football, we've got your baseball fix here from the LakePoint Sports Baseball Village. I'm Cory McCartney, bringing you our game of the day in the Prep Baseball Fall Open between USA Prime Southeast and US Elite. We've got first pitch scheduled for 11:05, and I will be joined along the way by Prep Baseball Georgia's Avery Hunt and our own Grayson Rosen. Like every competition here at LakePoint Sports is a stage for great performances and for players a chance to show their greatness too. We have teamed up with Johnsonville in their push to keep the internet juicy and bring the positive back to the internet. Let's go inside that mission. So in this partnership with Johnsonville, we are looking to highlight positive actions, good sportsmanship, and selfless acts associated with those youth sports that we love. Any and everyone is encouraged to share these moments, so whether you are the one who spotted the activity, the one performing the act, or the recipient of the good deed, there is something in it for everyone, and Johnsonville might just reward you for your behavior and or participation. So you can use that QR code as you see on screen now for more information to make a submission, or head on over to LakePointSports.com or our social media channels to access the submission form. Now, anyone who has been to the LakePoint Sports Complex, and especially our baseball village, knows that Retail Row is one of the big attractions here. There's really something here for everyone, and our own Simone Stanley caught up with the folks at Shot Collar to take you inside what they have to offer players.
What's up, everyone? Simone Stanley here, back at Baseball Village. Today we are hanging out with Mike Cather. He is the founder of Shot Collar, bringing a new twist on bat weights. Mike, thank you for the time.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming.
We're here. It's fall baseball time. What are you excited about?
It's the end of the year baseball. We got about 12 weeks left. It's just a nice little kick going into the holiday season, and it's just good to see the kids come out and play in cooler weather.
And I've seen you out here for a while now, but you're still fairly new. How long have you been running this kiosk at Baseball Village?
So we've been about 14 months so far. So we came in June of last year. We just celebrated our first year of selling online in June 2024. So we're relatively new, but we're expanding quickly.
Yes, and we see a lot of traffic come over here to Shot Collar. What makes your bat weights special?
Well, it comes off really easy. Doesn't mark up your bat. There's been a big problem with two-piece bats breaking, knobs coming off. My son broke his bat, so I decided to invent something that's just got a little more common sense to it. And it's been received really well by the public, so we're really happy with the way it's going.
And you have a setup here. I see you doing demonstrations all the time. Can you give us one?
Yeah, definitely. So basically you just slide it on. It's on. Because of it's a TPE, so it's a little bit grippier. And then in order to get it off, you just twist. You have the ability to change whatever color you want. And then underneath these color strips, you can add up to another ½ pound of weight. So it's totally customizable. The weights slide in there. The inserts slide over the top. And now it's about 1½ ounces heavier. So you can customize up to 6 slots, up to a ½ pound.
And that's the twist, right? The new twist.
The twist is you're twisting it off. You can still tap it off, but it won't get stuck, and you don't have to just sit there and mash your mom's $400 birthday present to you. So, yeah.
What do you like about hanging out at Baseball Village?
I like the fact, because the first question I always ask everybody is where you're from. And, being a former player, I played in a lot of minor league cities. There's a lot of overlap. I get a chance to talk to the people and really connect. even if it's not for a sale, it's still really kind of cool to see people. And LakePoint pulls so many different states. We were able to get to, I think, about 38 states last year in about a 6-month span.
Wow.
So it was really valuable for us to really get our name out there and really start touching other parts of the country, not just here in the Southeast.
I like it. Well, guys, I am Simone Stanley. If you are at Baseball Village, make sure you check out Mike here at Shot Caller. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for that, Simone. And yes, an opportunity for everybody to come swag those bats out with the help of Shot Collars. So make sure you check them out next time you are here at LakePoint Sports in the Baseball Village, and along with them and so many of the great partners that we do have here on campus. Again, we're looking at around 11:05 on this first pitch in this matchup between US Elite and USA Prime Southeast in this Prep Baseball Fall Open game of the day. So going to take a little bit of a back seat in the commentary for a few minutes and be joining you once we get to first pitch in this matchup. Again, excited to bring you our game of the day from here at LakePoint Sports. Welcome back to our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Fall Open. Cory McCartney, and I am now joined by Prep Baseball Georgia's Avery Hunt. Avery, thanks again for taking some time out before the college football schedule gets started, taking some baseball with us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's always good to be back. A nice little fall day, good weather outside, so can't complain too much.
U.S. Elite out in the field defensively to start things off. They have Eli Tomlin on the mound, backing him up defensively. We've got Nick Grisoff behind the plate. Playing first base today is Jackson Ridgway. Second baseman is Samuel Harding. Playing third base today is going to be Nelson Perez. Brady Sinus at shortstop. In the outfield, it has Wilson Davis in left, Carter Otero in center field, and Jamerson McLean in right field. This is Spencer leading things off for USA Prime Southeast. Delivery from Tomlin. That one's going to be put into play. Gathered by the third baseman. Throw in time for the first out. Now we're going to get the entire fall collection here from USA Prime. We saw the warm-up shirt. Now we get to see the red uniform.
There it is.
I like the socks. Oh, now he's got the...
It's got the matching leg guard on.
Yeah, I got the matching leg guard. And this is bright. Tomlin from Greenbrier High School pumps that in for a strike. 6'4", 185-pounder. He's playing his third prep baseball event. We had him with the fastball around 70, but he's already well beyond that. We've seen 76 already on the gun. Little dribbler back up the middle. Short's got that. Throws in time. Now be 2 down. This is McCall. Going back to the blue now. What if they alternated the uniforms within the lineup?
Red, blue,
you know?
red,
Yeah,
blue,
yeah.
red, blue.
Got to have a pattern. Talk about some length. McCall absolutely brings that. Shoots that one foul. Like when the scouts say that you see a frame and there's room to dream on what that's going to look like eventually. There's a bunch of weight that can obviously be put on this kid.
That is a prime example right there.
Comes the 0-1 from Tomlin. Rips that one 89-2 off the bat. He's generating that kind of exit velo at that size. Wait till he puts some mass on. That kid's going to be a monster. But a very quick defensive inning there for U.S. Elite. We'll head to the bottom of the first when we return. You're watching our game of the day from LakePoint Sports.
So yeah, outrage is trending. Our feed's stirring us up, splitting us up. What if we came out from behind our walls and keyboards just for a sec and just go yard, front yard? Come out bagging, jumping, check on that Johnsonville feed. Let our individual flavors blend together. Yes, block nobody, block party. Keep it juicy.
Boogie woogie jam slam, bust the dialect, I'm the
Going to be U.S. Elite's turn at the plate as we continue with our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Fall Open. Cory McCartney along with Prep Baseball Georgia's Avery Hunt. Strange on the mound for USA Prime. He's had in there 79-3, the readout on the warm-up pitch. Wilson Davis is going to lead things off for U.S. Elite, going to be followed by Samuel Harding and then pitcher Eli Tomlin. A nice smooth left-handed delivery here on the mound in the form of Strange. Defensively for USA Prime Southeast, have Calvin at behind the plate. McCullum playing first base today. Bright playing second. At third base, we've got Pass. Spencer is playing shortstop, and in the outfield, goes Jackson in left, Reynolds in center, and McCall in right. Some excitement happening we can hear in the background here from our studio.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
Nice throw down from Calvin behind the plate. So again, Davis, Harding, and Tomlin will lead things off for U.S. Elite. Now, some people have the first name, last name, and you get them confused, and you think, is it which name is the first name was? So that we've got that going on. This is Davis Wilson, not Wilson Davis.
Could very much be Wilson Davis.
So it is Davis Wilson. Wilson from Riverdale High School in Tennessee, 5'10", 165-pounder. Bats left, throws right. He's playing in his 7th prep baseball event. He's got an 0-2 count here against Strange.
Good take there, 0-2. Went to the slider, lefty. Tried to get him to expand the zone with 2 strikes.
A nice wide setup on the mound from Strange as rocks back, delivers. Check swing. Maybe he's going to continue. You know, we poked some fun at the mismatched jerseys and stuff. I think that's a little bit par for the course, though, in the fall.
Absolutely.
It's a little bit different than what we see during the summertime when sends that one foul, when everybody's kind of, you know, in there with their normal teams. There's a lot of pickup players during the fall season. I know there's a number of players on U.S. Elite in particular that are pickup players. Evan Kirby was a guy that's one of the top-ranked players at his position, right-handed pitcher in Tennessee, picked up for them this weekend. Some weak contact. That one's going to go to second. Throws in time for the first out.
With the USA Prime team, they were actually in the underclass division on like Monday, and they were like, well, we're going to have to just combine and play upper class, and just numbers-wise, it worked for us. So we were like, absolutely, go ahead. If you want to play up, go for it. So that might be some of the mismatched jersey situation going on here.
This is Samuel Harding from Rockvale High School, 2nd prep baseball event for him. Jumps on the first pitch, sends that. Third's got it for the second out. Yeah, also a scheduling issue this morning. You guys had a team not show up. How much chaos does that cause when you guys kind of have to reassess the schedule at that point?
It's not fun, just to be very straightforward. But yeah, we're able to figure it out, get everybody the amount of games that they're supposed to get in during pool play. So just have to kind of roll with the punches with just a little bit of a miscommunication on the organization side with us. So we were able to fix it and kind of move on from there.
Eli Tomlin swing and a miss. We've already seen Eli on the mound. Hitless first inning for U.S. Elite at Greenbrier High School. 6'4", 185-pounder. He's got a 1-1 count, 2 outs. Just slips away from the catcher, but it'll be 2-1 now. Noah Napper will be at the plate at this inning. Should continue for U.S. Elite. See him doing some ball retrievement work in the background. It's almost like the U.S. Open kids, right? Like they're running in the background.
Just getting your sprint work in between pitches. If I had to do that these days, I'd have to call a batter's timeout like they're in the big leagues before the first pitch.
That's right.
Why are you doing that? I'm out of breath. I've ran too fast.
Mrs. Armstead, maybe that's something that we think about adding next summer, is that we have ball boys and girls in the background that we just kind of put back there, and they, you know, they're ready to sprint and take off when there's a ball.
I've made the pitch for many years just to hire 2 people, and their entire job is to stand outside, and if there's a baseball hit foul, to go and get it and bring it back.
It'd be a lot of money saved, I would imagine, if that was the case. Yeah.
Unbelievable the amount of money we could save doing that.
Full count, swing and a That sends that one back foul.
I'm going to start doing what they do at like Little League games. If you bring it back to the concession stand, you get a free, we could negotiate a free lollipop or a free bratwurst or something like that.
That might actually be something our F&B department might be interested in, if we could have some kind of trade-off there where they get some kind of an upgrade or something free.
Absolutely. Just give them a free fountain drink.
That's right.
It's 100 degrees outside.
Yep. Or you get a free side with any entree. Can make this thing work and save a ton of money in the process. Count remains full. Skies that one. Second base calls for it, and he's got it, and that's going to bring an end to our first inning. We're scoreless, but we will be back shortly with more action from LakePoint Sports.
Next. Next. Stop.
You got it?
No. Keep going.
Again.
Next. Next.
If you don't pick one,
Oh, you have time. Am I keeping you from your job? Next. I don't even know where I am anymore. Stop.
do we finally have it?
Let's go back to the beginning.
Are you
Your
joking?
electric future customized. The fully electric Audi Q4 e-tron.
Making every second count. That is how I live. And this is how I hydrate. Body Armor Sport Water. Water for the athlete and all of us.
This is ready to go online. Any questions?
Yeah, I got one. How about the best network imaginable? Let's invent that.
That's what we do here.
Quick survey. Who wants their internet to work pretty much everywhere?
And it needs to run smooth, like super, 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 super smooth.
Hey, should you be drinking that?
It's decaf.
Because we're busy women.
We don't have time for lag or buffering. Who doesn't want internet that helps AI do your homework even faster?
Come again?
Sorry, what was that?
Introducing the next generation 10G network, only from Xfinity. The future starts now.
On to the second inning in our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Fall Open. Cory McCartney, Prep Baseball Georgia's Avery Hunt, McCollum, Reynolds, and Lavelle will be at the plate for USA Prime Southeast. Tomlin back on the mound for US Elite. So searching for our first hit of the game as we move into the second inning. Some activity over at the Champion Center. Actually, Jehovah's Witnesses has been there off and on for the last couple weeks, and it's just been a massive amount of people. They said that 4,000 chairs inside there.
Goodness.
In order for this event, so yeah, it's not just sporting events that happen in that building that's in for a strike. Obviously, that's the bread and butter of what we have over there, but a lot of non-sporting going on, and certainly getting a lot of that over this past little run. Swing and a miss, make it 1-2.
Shout out to the facility staff in there, because
that's a big turnaround.
Yeah, I don't know that 4,000 chairs seems like something that I would be interested in doing, but
puts that in play. Third baseman's got it. Long throw across the diamond in time for the first out.
I'm sure they have to break it down on Mondays and for like practices and events during the week, and then pop 4,000 chairs back up on.
Well, they didn't have to do it this past week because the Rise Hoops Fall League is on Tuesday, but there's a lot of prep that goes into this being, a congregation, a lot of things that they have to do within the facility. So they kind of just sit it, forget it, and then we'll worry about sporting action when they're all done doing their thing.
That makes sense.
Pop-up catch has got it. Nice job to get underneath that and get out of a very quick top of the second inning. Man, we're rolling along here in this game action. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. We've got our game of the day from LakePoint Sports.
Where's it written? Only grill burgers? Nowhere. That's where. Now throw on some sausage. And keep it juicy.
Boogie woogie jam slam, bust the dialect. I'm the man in command. Come, flow with the sounds of the mighty mic.
after a sprint of a top of the second inning, we'll see what USA Prime and US Elite. That's a mouthful.
It
we
is.
gotta
Too
say,
many USAs
yeah,
and
it's
USs.
extremely patriotic Saturday morning for us here in our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Open. But USA Prime Southeast and US Elite are still scoreless. Strange back on the mound for USA Prime. And at the plate for US Elite in this inning will be Noah Napper, Jackson Ridgway, and Carter Tarot.
To go back to our conversation in the bottom of the first, considering that these innings are flying by, we had a guy, had somebody mention to me over the spring that we should do a banana ball tournament like the Savannah Bananas, talking about foul balls. Could you imagine just the chaos that would ensue? Because, like, if you catch a foul ball in the air, it's an out. I mean, I was just like, I think we're going to pass on that opportunity.
I would imagine there would be coaches who would have all of their backup players would be
got a roster
two of them
30,
on each. But put them all over the concourses, and if a ball goes in play, you better catch that thing.
You just have like guys in football helmets out there trying to like spear people from catching foul balls.
Swing and a miss. Ball goes into the back of another field, and they're sprinting onto the actual game action. Somewhere else, you see somebody flying across the screen. This is all stuff we could make a reality if we could do that.
I'd have to call the Emerson Police Department and
That's
have
right.
every staff member that they had.
Misses glove side in the 0-1.
That would be chaos.
If you could bring, from what you've seen from Banana Ball, if you could bring one aspect of it to what we do here in the Prep Baseball tournament, so what would it be? Ooh. I think the players, if you could give them the walk up with the camera that would follow them.
Mm-hmm. I like that. This is a tournament person opinion. The pace of play.
Mm-hmm.
If we could get the pace of play to be what it is there to hear, leave the dancing out of it. No dancing. But let's just step up and let's rip it, get the ball back, throw it again. Like, I love the pace of play aspect as a person who works in an industry where it seems like we're always behind. As far as game times, like if we could just get that pace of play rolling, I think it would be better for you see a pitch clock behind the plate.
So those answers clearly speak to where we're at and what we do, because I'm worried about the spectacle and trying to make it, and you're
worried about the social aspect of it,
the efficiency and functionality of it.
Yeah,
so.
if we could just get that's it. That's the word we're looking for.
Yeah.
Just get the efficiency.
1-0 to Jackson Ridgway, swings through that 78.7.
Seen both pitchers so far really be able to command the strike zone with the fastball, getting a lot of early swings in the count and inducing some weak contact. See if they can't keep that up as they kind of progress through this one.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Strange. He's not necessarily had the feel for the secondary stuff. We've seen him miss a few of those arm side, but the fastball obviously has a lot of feel for that, and doing a nice job so far. Is still searching for a hit here, either one of our squads in the bottom of the second.
It's a good pitch there, just a little bit down. As a pitcher, that's a spot that you love to live in.
Jackson Ridgway, 3-1 count. He will be followed by Carter Tarot. Hayden Dowdle, if the inning goes that far for U.S. Elite. Shoots that one foul. And someone's going to retrieve that and go get themselves a free tray of fries over the concession stand.
There it is. Bring that up on our weekly call. See if we can't bounce some ideas around.
You buy a burger, you get a fry. Buy a hot dog, you get a fry. That would be basically you say, what is the cheapest thing that we have the most of on the menu? Yep. That's what we offer up. That's what we offer up free. Full count. Puts that in play. Is that going to be down? Unfortunately, camera didn't cut over, but
looks like we got our first base knock of the ball game.
We do have our first base runner in the form of Jackson Ridgway with a single off of a full count with one down. I'll bring up Carter Tarot from Riverdale High School, playing in his first prep baseball event. So congratulations to Carter for making it here to LakePoint Sports. A number of these players on this U.S. Elite team, all coming down from Tennessee, are playing in their first event here in our complex. Time we're going to see Strange pitching from the stretch. Misses on his first delivery. Have you already started to lobby for the Element Hotel over there for you to have a room when a tournament goes too late, that you have a place that you can just kind of roll over to?
My thing, as we're going to reach there with an error, is I was lobbying to just let me have, you can see in the background the little overhang, just let that be my office.
There
And
you
I'll
go.
just stay over there, sit in the air conditioner, and, just overlook field 10. And
I like that.
If you need me, I can get me a golf cart. I can whip around real quick.
Get you a zip line.
A Segway, like
That's
Paul
right.
Blart be riding around.
I like this, yeah.
There's a lot of good ideas on this broadcast.
Sure
so
are, yeah. I would the entry that you could have if you had a zip line going from the top of there where they can have a rooftop bar all the way to field 10 would be that's a spectacle. We'd have to have music set to that, some fireworks.
We've got a rule question on field 10. Please hold. The tournament director is he's gonna zip line in from the hotel. Like Tampa Bay, if the ball hits the zip line, it's still in play.
Yeah, I like this.
So we're just a lot of good ideas bouncing around this morning.
Well, then you'd have coaches be like, I don't want to be on 10. I don't like those. But maybe guys would be down for it. Maybe you could have some intricacies put on this one field that would make it a little bit more interesting.
Just like there's a heated moment, and it's like, I zip line in. So what are
That's
you?
right.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Are you like the halftime entertainment?
That's right. Comes a 1-1. Shoots that foul. I see Strange settling in a little bit here after he had to go from the stretch for the first time in this outing.
See if he can't help his defense out here with the following the error on the third baseman. See if he can't bounce back, pick his teammate up here.
Runners at first and second, one down.
Good pitch there on the outer half for strike 3. The ground ball away from getting out of this little jam here in the bottom of the second.
So he gets Hayden Dowdle down on strikes. So the Riverdale High School 2024 goes down, and now we're going to see Brady Sanus. Brady from the Webb School. Again, playing in his first prep baseball event, 2025, 6'1", 170-pounder.
It's going to be a balk there on the pitcher.
So each runner will advance in U.S. Elite 90 feet from getting the first run on the board. Made things a little bit easier now for Brady.
Just came set one too many times there. He came down, then came up, then came back down. See our umpire, Mr. Jett, back there explaining that to him. I feel like as a pitcher, I didn't pitch a lot and never got called for a balk. I feel like if I got called for a balk, all I would think about is don't balk again. It just shows the mental headspace that I'm in most of the time.
Swing and a miss makes it 1-1. Being a lefty, obviously you want to show that you have that nice pickoff move. So I think the fear of a balk is always there for a left-hander every time
100%.
you throw over first. Well, swings through that, brings him down to his knee.
Looking for a big punch out here to hold those runners in scoring position, get to 2 outs.
Strange with a chance here to get USA Prime out of a jam. Does exactly that, brings him down to his knee. Nice job from Strange, getting a couple strikeouts in that inning. We are still scoreless as we move along in our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Open.
The Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capabilities. Please call us for a quote today.
Our action continues in our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Fall Open. Avery Hunt steps out, and in comes Grayson Rosen as we move along to the top of the third inning. Grayson, good to have you back in. Man, we didn't know a lot about this USA Prime Southeast team. Unfortunately, as Avery mentioned, they had an upper class and an underclass. They ended up combining them. But for these guys to be where they're at right now in a scoreless game in the top of the third inning as we've moving along here with Tomlin back on the mound for U.S. Elite on the other side. Been pretty impressed with what they've been able to do, especially from the pitching standpoint.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job of just moving along. Nothing, like, I don't think there's an inning that's taken longer than 10 minutes.
I think our commercial breaks have actually been longer than the innings themselves.
Yeah, that top of the second was unbelievably fast.
Got pass at the plate right here for USA Prime Southeast, and he will be followed by Calvin and the pitcher Strange. Again, I apologize for those watching that we don't have more information on this USA Prime Southeast team. It's just, I think, a matter of the fact that they were combining teams. There was a lot up in the air going into this matchup. We anticipated it might be a good game. Thus far, it has been exactly that as Tomlin gets passed down on strikes.
I can say I'm glad that they at least brought their team here. That's what's important.
Yeah, that's always a big piece of the puzzle. All right, Calvin at the plate now. He's got a 1-0 count. Skies that 78-4 off the bat into left field. Camps underneath it. He's got it for the second out. Some little darker clouds gathering out there. Didn't anticipate that we were going to have any rain in the forecast today. They were supposed to get some last night in much of the metro Atlanta area.
I know people are talking about some hurricanes brewing in the Atlantic right now, but certainly wouldn't be able to see that from here.
So here is Strange, the opposing pitcher. He's allowed one hit so far. Swings through that for a strike. Been awfully impressed with what we've seen out of Eli Tomlin. Man, he's obviously brings a big frame at 6'4", 185 pounds for the Greenbrier High School 2025.
Yeah, this U.S. Elite team definitely full of guys that just are physically, for lack of better terms, tall. There's just a lot of guys. It's 6 feet or higher. I got the chance to talk with Evan Kirby before the game. He's going to be starting game 2 of this doubleheader they're starting right now. And he's 6'6", 230. And like you mentioned, this guy on the mound right now, 6'4". Just a lot of guys that are physically imposing on the other team.
Comes a 1-2. Oh, swings through that for another strikeout. Nice job by Eli Tomlin mowing him down, man. This is the lawnmower man action for us here. We are still scoreless as we move to the bottom of the third inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back from LakePoint Sports.
So yeah, outrage is trending. Our feed's stirring us up, splitting us up. What if we came out from behind our walls and keyboards just for a sec and just go yard, front yard? Come out bagging, jumping, check on that Johnsonville feed. Let our individual flavors blend together. Yes, block nobody, block party. Keep it juicy.
The Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capabilities. Please call us for a quote today.
Back at it here in the bottom of the third inning in a scoreless game in the Prep Baseball Fall Open. Cory McCartney, Grayson Rosen with you. We believe Jordan Strange out of North Atlanta is on the mound here for USA Prime Southeast. So we got fingers crossed that we're getting everything right here as we try to bring you a little bit more information from the USA Prime Southeast side of things in this matchup. But regardless, it's been an awfully well-pitched game so far as we move again to the bottom of the third inning with one hit combined between these squads. USA Prime also has an error that we saw from third base during the, I believe, that extremely quick second inning. But nonetheless, we'll see if US Elite can try to get something rolling offensively here as they're going to roll out Nelson Perez, Nick Grissoff, and then back to the top of the order with Davis Wilson.
Yeah, now we're getting to that point where we would like to see somebody break it open in the scoring side. And just wondering how these teams are going to approach it. We've seen great starting pitching up to this point. What are these offenses going to do to adjust and potentially get some runs on the board?
Nelson Perez from Rockvale High School in Tennessee. A lot of Rockvale products on this team. 5'9", 155-pounder. Skies that one. Nice loopy swing. First baseman on the runs. Got it for the first out.
Yeah, a lot of these guys, when talking with Evan Kirby, it seems like a lot of this team kind of in that middle area between Nashville and Chattanooga, like the Murfreesboro, like you said, Rockville, Rockville High School, all that that kind of area. A lot of these guys come from there.
Apparently they put like the biggest Buc-ee's in the planet is on that route there between between Nashville and Murfreesboro.
Yeah, I believe it's Seaverville.
Seaverville, there you go.
I believe
yeah,
is where it's at. Had to do some research on that one time.
It's the 1-0 to Grissoff.
I do believe that they're putting one ups it once again in Texas because Texas wanted to.
Well, that's the
keep
home
the
of home of Buc-ee's. So that they're going to even have when they yell brisket on the board, they're going to have even larger cuts of brisket. Everything's going to be bigger.
You might even need a megaphone.
There you go. Grissoff, Rockville High School. First prep baseball event. I mentioned this. This has got to be a cool opportunity. There's so many players on this U.S. Elite team who have never played here at LakePoint Sports before, so getting to come down here, and it's not a far drive for them at all, as Strange walks him for a one-out walk. Just to get that chance to come down here and play for the first time, I imagine that's to be a really cool experience for a number of these kids.
Definitely.
Back to the top of the order, and Davis Wilson. I say that Davis Wilson playing in his 7th prep baseball event out of Riverdale High School, 2026. It's got exit velos right around 90 miles an hour, bat speed close to 70.
Is that number 44, not 5? Number 44
Oh, I apologize.
Nick
This is Nick Grissoff. Unfortunately, our scoreboard is a little bit further ahead, so it currently has Wilson at the plate. So we had Nelson Perez. This is Nick Grissoff. So here's the kind of the technical stuff that nobody really wants to know about. We generate the feed that comes straight in from our scoreboard, so we're able to see who our scoreboard operator has up. They currently have Davis Wilson at the plate, so thinking that was correct, I rattled off Davis Wilson, but we did start things off with Nelson Perez this inning, so we have one down for Nick Grissoff now.
Yeah, a little bit of inside baseball on this one.
That's right.
Getting into what we do with no lineups.
Yeah, if you wondered how we do this, this is a little bit of the do's and don'ts from one of our broadcasts, but a little bit easier during the summertime, again, as I was talking about with Avery. Skies that one. Grissoff does into center field, camps underneath it for the second out, and whenever we'll retreat to first.
He squared that one up really well,
Sure
84.8 off the bat. Just seemed like he got really under that one.
Yeah, I think that was maybe the strongest contact that we've seen so far against Strange.
Yeah, Strange is definitely holding his own. He seems to not be afraid to let guys put the ball in play, generating a lot of fly balls right now, which, because these guys really aren't showing off too much power, isn't going to be a problem as of now.
Now we've got Davis Wilson at the plate, so we were just setting the stage for his second plate appearance of the day, and he's quickly down 0-1 as he sends that back foul. The first game ran long. This one is going in a hurry. Oh, that's going to go off of Strange's glove, and that's going into the outfield. Runners are each going to advance. That's one of those unfortunate situations where if you're the pitcher, yes, you can make that play, but should you make that play?
Yeah, and it came off the bat pretty hot for a grounder, 84.7 off the bat. That time just 0.1 less than his teammate prior. But, yeah, that's a tough one to make because your first instinct is stop the ball.
Yep.
You're in the infield, you got to stop the ball, and it's just unfortunate how that goes. And you see it more often than not when the pitcher tries to attempt to field the ball, and then things just kind of turn into a mess.
Now we've got Samuel Harding. He's got 2 on. Again, searching for our breakthrough here in the bottom of the third inning.
And I think Strange even got a little bit lucky on that one. That his left fielder was ready to go and got that ball in, or you might see second and third right now.
Yeah, and look, it hits off the glove like that. It could go, end up going towards the dugout. It could go, almost anywhere, especially a hard hit ball like that. But really no harm, no foul. There's still 2 down, 2 on, but no damage yet on the scoreboard. See if Samuel Harding can change that, though. That one's going to get away, go all the way back to the backstop, and now each runner will advance. And now we've got ourselves in a situation here where U.S. Elite is 90 feet away from that first run.
I believe the count is 1-1. I think we saw a foul tip on the first pitch and a pass ball, but doesn't seem like we're getting an update right now on the scoreboard. I think I've got a ball and strike clicker in the car.
There you go. Yeah, we get.
I don't have it in here
Blues
with me.
got us with the 1-1 call behind the plate. That's going to make it 2-1.
Two outs here. This is a big spot right now for Harding. Down 1-2, or is it 2-1?
It's one. It's 2-1.
Gotcha.
Now 3-1. Oh, and it's going to get the strike in the outside corners, makes it 2-2.
That's a well-placed pitch. A little bit up in the zone. You maybe could question the outside or in the strike zone, but definitely a well-placed pitch by Strange.
Comes the 2-2. Sends that foul defensive swing to keep the AB alive.
Looks like Harding is eager to get out of that batter's box.
Yeah.
It's now twice he's put his bat on the ball and was halfway down the first baseline. We got an even count now, 2-2.
There we go. 43 pitches so far for Strange.
Now we got 3-2, 2 outs. You can expect your runners are going on this one.
Here comes a 3-2. Down the middle for a strikeout. Strange, man, absolutely fantastic job from him, living up to the moment and keeping the U.S. Elite squad scoreless. We're going to move along to the 4th inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back from LakePoint Sports.
Next. Next. Stop.
We got it?
No. Keep going.
Again.
Next. Next.
If you don't pick one.
Oh, you have time. Am I keeping you from your job? Next. I don't even know where I am anymore. Stop.
Do we finally have it?
Let's go back to the beginning.
Are you
Your
joking?
electric future customized. The fully electric Audi Q4 e-tron.
Making every second count. That is how I live. And this is how I hydrate. Body Armor Sport Water. Water for the athlete and all of us.
This is ready to go online. Any questions?
Yeah, I got one. How about the best network imaginable? Let's invent that.
That's what we do here.
Quick survey. Who wants their internet to work pretty much everywhere?
And it needs to run smooth, like super smooth.
Hey, should you be drinking that?
It's decaf.
Because we're busy women.
We don't have time for lag or buffering. Who doesn't want internet that helps AI do your homework even faster?
Come again?
Sorry, what was that?
Introducing the next generation 10G network, only from Xfinity. The future starts now.
Welcome back to Baseball Village here at LakePoint Sports. We are coming to you from the Audi Marietta Championship Field. And our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Open, USA Prime Southeast and US Elite are still scoreless. Cory McCartney along with Grayson Rosen. Eli Tomlin is back on the mound. Just 21 pitches for him as we move to the top of the 4th inning. Talk about efficiency. 21 pitches in. And hate to be that guy, but has yet to allow a hit, as we said here on the top of the 4th inning. Gets that in for a strike.
He's got a fantastic feel thus far for his off-speed pitches and his breaking ball. It's been unbelievable that he's either buckling their knees or getting very weak contact every single time.
I've been very impressed with the 2025. And He is just ready to roll. He's not even, he's set before the batter is even in the box. Bit of a dribbler, short's got it. Long throw with some speed coming down the base pass, but he gets him for the first out.
Great work by the shortstop to make a play on that one. He hit it off the end of the bat. It was definitely spinning away from him. Just settles down, gets in front of it, and makes a play. Number of guys on the USA Prime Southeast team not wearing the USA Prime jersey. It looks like he's wearing an Atlanta Braves shirt.
Yeah, but you know, Avery and I were talking about this kid, Bright. I mean, he pushed a near 90-mile-an-hour exit velo as that's down for the first base hit, in a frame that looks like he could put on about 30 to 40 extra pounds.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that is certainly an appealing player when you think about what the potential could be.
And I do have to point it out. You did.
I did.
You
jinx
cursed
him. All right. I will. Should I talk to Eli Tomlin as he's making a play for player of the game here early on? I will take the brunt of that for his perfect game being broken up by a base hit less than 3 minutes after I mentioned the fact that he had yet to allow a hit.
Was a great piece of hitting by Bright, though. Sending it opposite field 80 miles an hour off the bat.
Swing and a miss. So Bright gets on, and this is McCall. See the pink towel fluttering in the light breeze that we've got going on.
That one just about came back and hit the top of the zone, but just a bit high.
So first time we have seen Tomlin pitching from the stretch here in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, it's a common topic as well in these broadcasts of how these younger guys are going to transition between the windup and the stretch. We can see a guy dominate for 3 innings because he's not giving up a hit, not giving up a walk, but the second somebody gets on, sometimes the train falls off the tracks.
Which I always find it interesting that when you find guys at the major league level who just say, I'm going to ditch the windup and I'm just going to go from the stretch, because unless you're a reliever, how often are you going to even be pitching from the windup as a starter? I mean, you're going to have traffic, so you might as well just accept the fact that you're going to have traffic and just ditch the windup. It's completely understandable. Throw down. Did get a ball. Bright must have came off the bag because the throw looked like it was just a tad late, but man, Bright gets caught at second and wakes up limping just a tad, but he's on his way off the field, and we are still scoreless as we move along in our game of the day from LakePoint Sports.
Just burgers? It's just boring. Get your sausage on and keep it juicy.
Boogie woogie jam slam, bust the dialect. I'm the man in command. Come flow with the sounds of the mighty.
Once again, LakePoint Sports has partnered with Johnsonville in our mission to bring the positive actions, good sportsmanship, and selfless acts associated with the various youth sports that we love to light, and any and everyone is encouraged to share these kind of moments. So whether you're the one who spotted the activity, one performing the act, or the recipient of the good deed, there's something in it for everyone, and Johnsonville may just reward you for your behavior and or participation. So you can use that QR code that you see on screen for more information on how to make a submission, or head on over to LakePointSports.com or any of our social media channels to access that form as well. And it's all about the positivity and positive messages. And here is Joe Satolano from Kane Southeast, their coach, with some wise words for his players.
When you recognize the biggest thing and the biggest attribute you're going to have as a person is to be there for somebody. That's what life is about, and that's why there's team sports. When people are struggling, you pride yourself on being there. Hit it to me, give it to me, I got your back. That was a chance to say, I know you're strong, I got you. Throw it to me, I got you. I'm in charge here. Don't worry, pick them up, boom, I got your back. Me and you. That's what we're trying to build. I got your back. I can make that play and throw them out.
Welcome back to the Baseball Village of LakePoint Sports, our game of the day between USA Prime Southeast and US Elite. Cory McCartney along with Grayson, Rosen, Eli Tomlin at the plate for US Elite. I owe Eli one for breaking up his no-hitter in the, at least karma-wise, in the last half an inning, but he will be followed by Noah Napper and Jackson Ridgway.
He gave that first one a big hack, trying to maybe make up for his shortcomings.
That's right.
In the bottom of the third.
They made him pitch from the stretch, and he's going to make them pay for it. That one gets away from Strange, 79-7. One hit apiece for each team. We've got 3 errors so far for USA Prime Southeast. Not a single one yet for US Elite. Skies that foul.
Strange picking the velo up a little bit, getting into the 80s right there on that fastball.
So is he feeling it, or does he know that the end is near in terms of how long he's going to be going in this outing?
There's really no telling. It doesn't look like there's much evidence to say he should come out of this game just yet.
Unless they might want to end up using him later on.
How many pitches is he at? Do we know?
See if I can pull up the box score and see if that information is on there.
So good piece
Skies
of hitting right
that
there.
one. Left fielder stumbles, able to make that play though, and there's going to be 2 down or 1 down.
Yet another hard hit fly ball by US Elite, but doesn't seem like Jordan Strange is too scared of the power threat on USA or on US Elite's team rather. Have the catcher come out and talk to his starter. Looks like coach just checked in on him, see if he needs to come out there, give him the thumbs up.
Noah Napper now going to be at the plate. Scoreboard says 2 down, but there's really just 1 down. Eli Tomlin was the first batter of this inning. Actually, I don't think our scoreboard has actually been updated since the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Oh, looks like
Top
somebody
4th.
might be fixing it right now. Now we're seeing bottom of the 4th, 1 out.
There we go. Then we got Noah Napper, Franklin County High School, in his first prep baseball event. 0 for 1. Swings through that.
Strange is doing a fantastic job with his pitch placement thus far. I haven't really seen him miss the zone by too much on many pitches, and definitely locating with the fastball right now.
Yeah, doing a great job. It almost looks like the slider must be coming off the hand looking exactly like his fastball from an arm placement standpoint, because he's gotten some pretty strong swing and misses off that pitch, including one in which he brought the batter to his knee on consecutive pitches to get a strikeout. Here he is with the 1-2. Gets him on the corner for the strikeout. Strange absolutely dealing. The only thing he's really done wrong is a balk.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of that, I mean, he has looked awfully strong. Tried to field his position, ball glanced off and allowed a little bit more traffic, but he's been really, really strong, allowed just 1 hit so far.
And I love that he's pitching all over the zone. He's quickly in at bats, figuring out where these batters want it. You see a lot of foul balls off of him, like we talked about, a lot of fly balls as well, but he finds where you want it, he finds where you don't, and he just starts attacking, and it's been fantastic to this point.
Jackson Ridgway's turn at the plate. Ridgway 6'3", 220-pounder.
Just another one of them. Another one of those physically imposing players on that team.
Yeah, a bunch of tight ends. Holds off there to make it 1-1. Carter Tarot will bat if the inning does continue for US Elite. See if Strange can work his way back into this count now. 2-1. Swings through on the. I want to say that's a slider. It could just be great fastball placement, but the movement on it makes it looks like a slider movement wise. Misses as he spikes that one down, sticks his tongue out, and I think that got a piece of the catcher.
Got blue as well. I think it got him on the thigh there.
Sharing their grief off the fist bump. He said, let's just keep going, keep going.
I think with Strange, it's also is a bit of an unconventional arm angle. It seems like he kind of brings it all the way around and comes over not quite at like the the 45-degree angle, but definitely a little bit different.
A lot of whip to it. That
generates-
one's going to
yeah.
be up the middle. Shortstop, not going to be able to get
Bobbled.
that one timed. It slips off his glove and goes to the second baseman. So we're going to have a base runner in the form of Jackson Ridgway, and Carter Tarot get his chance here and an opportunity to move that runner along, potentially even get U.S. Elite on the board here in the bottom of the fourth, trying to break open this scoreless matchup.
Yeah, and Carter Tarot, interesting thing that I don't know if you've pointed out yet, but his prep baseball profile did say that he was 4'10", 120 pounds. He's not.
He's not. That, you know, it's one of those little things where I love the mistakes that sometimes show up on the prep baseball profiles. Last week we had a player who was listed at 6'10", and I really wanted that to be reality, but unfortunately it wasn't.
I think we had somebody over the summer that was extremely tall. Maybe it was 6'9"?
Yeah.
And I vividly remember him being hit by a pitch, I think, twice in that game.
If Carter Tarot was 4'10", 120 pounds, even if that was a mistake and really he's 5'10", if he was 5'10" and 120 pounds, he would look like Wembenyama, you know?
Probably.
Swings through 1-2, sends that back foul. Do have a runner at first with 2 down. If Tarot gets on, it'll be Hayden Dowdle. Misses on the secondary, makes it 2-2. Carter's dad, Joey, coaching U.S. Elite today. Oh, I mean, it hit off his foot.
If it hit off his foot, is it not a foul?
Yeah, I assume he's going to have to go back as he came up limping off that. Clearly, it hit off of his foot, and we're going to have a dead ball, and he's going to go back and continue the AB, and runner's going to have to go back to first. Not really sure. I think we need
I don't know what happened.
It definitely looked like that ball hit off of Carter Taro's foot because he came up in some serious pain as he worked his way down to first base. Even if it goes back into the playing field, it still should be a dead ball.
I almost wonder if he just kind of came around on it wrong, or maybe when he was trying to leave the box left wrong, but it appeared like it might have hit his foot, but I think maybe he just turned his ankle wrong maybe.
And it may have been why USA Prime Southeast didn't go and get that ball and throw him out at first, because I think even they thought, I mean, it was really weird contact, barely into the infield, but nonetheless, it looks like we're going to have runners at first and second with 2 down, and it's going to bring up Hayden Dowdle.
I think if it did hit his foot, we would certainly have some conversations with the umpires.
And you got 2 umpires out there. If it would have hit off of his
Yeah.
foot, I mean, we're obviously a different vantage point here.
And they take out Jordan Strange at this point in the game.
So we're going to have a pitching change for USA Prime Southeast. Jordan Strange, 67 pitches. Allowed just, call that 2 hits. But USA Prime so far being credited with 5 errors.
Looks like number 28 on the mound. Unfortunately, we don't have rosters to figure out who that is.
Was walking into a situation where there are 2 on, 2 down here on the bottom of the 4th inning.
It's a tough spot to come into with Strange having such a fantastic start to this ball game. To try and keep that up in this position is definitely going to be a tall task.
U.S. Elite eyeing a breakthrough, but unfortunately for them, there are 2 outs. We've got Hayden Dowdle will be at the plate. Dowdle from Riverdale High School, second prep baseball event, 5'10", 155-pound, 2024, primarily a left-handed pitcher. So this is going to be Thomas on the mound now for USA Prime Southeast. Swings through that for a strike. And the roster that's being inputted on the prep baseball side, because we don't have all their information, everyone is apparently a team of completely dedicated to Aaron Judge. Everybody's number 99. So it's like Jackie Robinson Day, but for Aaron Judge.
Yeah. Well, as long as you're not watching.
That's right, yeah.
If you're watching, it's any other baseball game.
That's right. We've got Thomas, number 28, on the mound for USA Prime Southeast, trying to keep US Elite off the scoreboard, sends that back foul, makes it 1-2.
And for Dowdle here, maybe lucked out with Strange coming off the mound. We're going to have a lefty-lefty matchup with 2 outs. Now you switch to a righty-lefty matchup, maybe helps him out a little bit.
Holds off. Nice breaking ball from Thomas, but does not bite. Going to run the count to 2-2. So eyeing our first breakthrough moment in this matchup. Been extremely well pitched. Holds off. Is going to run the count full. 1 pitch away from loading the bases, and then Brady Sinus will be up.
You know, we're into that point in the game where everything matters. That stop right there by the catcher on that low pitch is a huge stop. Anything, all these small little things you don't even think about maybe.
Oh, it puts that in play. Second baseman on the run, gathers, throws in time for the out. Nice job by Thomas to come in, get some weak contact, and get USA Prime Southeast out of the jam. We are still scoreless. Searching for that breakthrough moment. We will be back with our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Fall Open.
First one I picked up, I just liked it the best. And like I said, I tried a lot of different companies, a lot of different models, and I fell in love with Old Hickory for sure.
It'll be McCullum, Reynolds, and Lavelle at the plate for a USA Prime Southeast as they get themselves out of another defensive jam. We are still scoreless in our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Fall Open. Eli Timelin returns on the mound for US Elite. He's pitched an exceptional game so far. Cory McCartney joined by Grayson Rosen.
I'm interested to see if Tomlin could just keep it going. It's really tough once you get past those 4 innings in the game to keep it up, keep the stamina going, you know, making sure that your pitches are still in mint condition. But we'll see what Tomlin's got to offer here. Got a long wait for the batter to get in the box here.
Yeah, well,
if we had a pitch clock, he might have 2 strikes on him right now.
Yeah, I mean, he was end of the first inning as we saw Bright get caught at second base trying to steal. Tomlin so far 3 strikeouts, just allowed the 1 hit. That one is skied in left field on the run on the foul line. That one's going to go back, and the AB is going to continue. That goes out of play.
That one probably on top of the batting cages outside the field.
So what did you think of Avery Hunt's suggestion that we bring some pieces of banana ball to LakePoint Sports, including some suggestions he's had for coaches in terms of making foul balls playable outs?
It would certainly make things interesting. But as much as coaches would act like they would love that, they wouldn't. Because when it happens to them, when it gets turned around on them, they're not going to like it.
I think the point that Avery had, that coaches would come with rosters as he goes down on strikes for the first out. Coaches would come with rosters of 30-plus kids, and they would just stack their players into the concourses, and it would be like they were playing jackpot.
Yeah.
Just sitting there trying to get a foul ball for an out.
I could understand. I think it could get a little bit too aggressive between the two teams. You know, one team maybe chasing down, trying to play some defense, knock the ball out of the air.
That's right.
Things could get messy.
So you get some safeties. That's what you're basically saying. Get some defensive backs, throw them out there. And that's how you do it. So this is going to be Reynolds with one down. He's playing center field. The 2-0 from Tomlin. This going to run at the 3-0. First time he's had a 3-0 count today. It's allowed just one hit, no walks. See if Reynolds can change that. He's going to do exactly that, a one-out walk as he misses on the outside corner. This would be the extra hitter, Lavelle.
Definitely the first time that we've seen Tomlin kind of lose control a little bit for an at-bat. 4 straight balls on that one for the walk. Interested to see if maybe it's the fatigue or just an off at-bat.
Rips that one down the right side. That one's going to be down for a base hit. Runner's taken off for third. Lavelle makes his way to first base for a single to drive the runner to third, so we're going to be that much closer to our first run of the game. One down, USA Prime Southeast. Eyeing a breakthrough here. Gonna have pass at the plate now. Runners at the corners.
Certainly our best scoring opportunity up to this point with runners on the corners, only one out. Seems like every single time we get into a point where we've got runners in scoring position, there's been 2 outs, so the best chance yet right now.
Yeah, Tomlin has pitched a fantastic game, but his second hit that he's allowed today could be a big one, as it's allowed USA Prime Southeast to put themselves in scoring position. I don't think we're going to see Lavelle take off. Didn't look exceptionally quick.
You might just surprise us.
That's in for a strike. And it's always all about what you can get the other team to do defensively to allow that runner the chance to break for home anyway.
Yeah.
Would you be smart then in almost having him trot his way to second base to see if you can get them to bite and see if McCollum is able to work his way home?
I think it's a great idea. If you get Lavelle into a pickle right by second base, you might have home easy.
Reynolds may scoot for home, and you've got the first run of the game.
Because you don't want to lose your chance at the double play right here.
Sends that back foul. Now 1-2. Let's see what Tomlin does here, because this is a big out. Obviously, if they take away the sac fly opportunity, comes the 1-2. Weak contact. It's going to do his job, though. Gets out at first base, but the first run of the game does score in the form of Reynolds. So Pass does his work and is able to get Lavelle to advance to second and gets that first run of the game on the board for USA Prime Southeast here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, that's textbook team baseball. Just putting the bat on the ball. He knew exactly as he hit that ball, he was not making it to first base safely, but he knew he scored the run for his squad, got them a late lead in this game. That's a big moment right there by Pass.
More of the same here. Ball goes to second, throws to first in time for another out, but not before USA Prime Southeast finds themselves on the board. We've got a 1-0 lead as we move along in our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Open. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Where's it written? Only grill burgers? Nowhere. That's where. Now throw on some sausage. And keep it juicy.
Boogie woogie jam slam, bust the dialect. I'm the man in command. Come flow with the sounds of the mighty Mike.
Got a 1-0 lead for USA Prime Southeast as we move along in our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Fall Open. Cory McCartney along with Grayson and Rosen with you. Thomas back on the mound for USA Prime Southeast. They've so far out-hit US Elite 2-1. They lead 1-0 on the scoreboard. See if they can find some kind of response here as this game moves along. Been said this multiple times, been an exceptionally well-pitched game as we've seen Thomas and now Strange come along for USA Prime Southeast. And then meanwhile, Eli Thomas has pitched all 5 innings so far for US Elite. He's got 4 strikeouts, allowed just one walk. So you got 3 combined hits on these teams, 2 combined walks, 8 strikeouts.
Yeah, definitely been a pitching matchup for sure. But with USA Prime Southeast getting that run on the board, the pressure is on for US Elite here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly fireworks, though. Pass just able to put a ball into play and get Reynolds to score from third as he came through with the first walk, and then Lavelle had the second hit registered by USA Prime Southeast.
I'm not too mad about the bunt attempt right there. He was certainly storming down the first baseline as it went foul, but not a bad bunt either. Kept it maybe a little too close to the catcher for his comfort.
Brady Sanus just working to get something going on the base pass for US Elite. He'll be followed by Jamerson McClain and then Nelson Perez.
Fantastic, well-placed pitch on the outside. Just make a guy not even think about swinging.
Finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Thomas delivers. Oh, that one hits him on the helmet, so he is going to find his way down to first base. I think the ball might have went just as far as it did on the bunt.
I appreciate the courtesy right there from Sanus, just giving the pitcher a wave, let him know I'm good.
I'm good, yep. So here is Jamerson McClain. McClain from HCHS High School is what his profile says. Second prep baseball event, 6'1", 190-pounder. Bats left, throws right. Almost gets away from the catcher on his way to second base. Man, Sanus showing off some speed.
I was just about to say, based on the way we saw him running down to first base on that bunt attempt, we could assume he'll be at second anytime soon, and he's already there.
All right, how aggressive are they going to get him at third?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's there in 2 pitches. You got to try everything you can right now if you're US Elite to get on the board, and the bats just haven't been the way to do that just yet. So if you can get Sanus on the third base and just maybe hope for another pass ball and get him home.
Swings through and makes it 1-1. It's not an overly aggressive lead. One's going to be down for a base hit in the left field. Sanus going to hold at third. Is he going to take off?
So that's a good call right there by third base coach, giving him the stop sign. I'm sure he wanted to go home on that one, but just a little bit too quick getting to the outfielder and had no chance.
So Jamerson McClain with the second hit so far for US Elite. Looks like we're going to go out and have a conversation with Thomas on the mound. Is seemingly just like we had the last half an inning. We find runners at the corners, but this time there's nobody out. Nelson Perez, Nick Grisoff, and then we're back to the top of the order with Davis Wilson.
This is a great time for US Elite to talk to their batter right now and just tell them, look, you saw what the team did against you last inning. Let's go out and do the same thing back to them. Maybe make it better. Maybe get on base out of that RBI hit and just make something happen here. This is the biggest spot yet for them in the game offensively, and they've got to make something happen.
Still 53 minutes remaining on the clock. Is this game going to finish completion 7 innings before we get timeout on the clock?
I wouldn't be surprised with those quick first 2.5 innings. I definitely is not out of the cards. That's a great piece of hitting.
It's in play. Runner's taking off for home. Going to be in time for 1 run, and throw gets away from first baseman. So we're going to have runners at. Oh, he's going to advance to second. It did go out, so we're going to have runner at second with 1 on the board.
There it is. That's team hitting once again, just on the other end, and you tie the game up there in this huge moment, and you keep things going. Yes, you get the out at second base, but you would end up essentially getting the same thing you would have had if you got the ground out to first. So very, very good job right there by US Elite to get themselves right back in this one. And now they've got one out and the chance to potentially take the lead with a runner in scoring position.
So Nelson Perez does his job. Now standing at second base, we've got a 1-1 game. Nick Grissoff at the plate, the catcher. I think we got some speed as well with Nelson Perez, third baseman. We're all notched up at 1-1 here in the bottom of the fifth. Just one out. 2-0 is the count to Grissoff.
Grissoff definitely showing some patience in the batter's box right now. After that opening pitch, trying to back him off the plate, didn't even stand a chance to put anything on any of these pitches yet, and just standing there waiting.
I'm sure he's got the red light here on 3-0. That's in for a strike.
It's a competitive pitch right there. I like that placement.
There's the 3-1. Walk his way down to first base. We're going to have runners at first and second as we move back to the top of the order and Davis Wilson.
And he's getting pinch ran for at first base.
All right, so a courtesy runner for the catcher.
Now that double play is back in action for USA Prime Southeast. That's kind of their main hope at the moment.
Wilson sends that foul. So each team has traded runs here on the top of the fifth inning. Both of them off of sacrifices. It's in for a strike.
That's a well-placed breaking ball. You don't typically see guys try and go for that outside half with the breaking ball against the left-handed hitter, and that was really well done.
It's the 0-2 from Thomas. He's going to miss.
Tried to go for it again.
High, yeah. See something off speed here. Another miss. He's tried it on 3 straight pitches.
Seems like maybe he's not loving how the fastball feels.
Yeah, I think we're going back to the fastball here, though. He does, but he does not get the call. Makes it 2-2.
Looked like umpire was signaling 3-2 maybe.
Well, nonetheless,
discrepancy.
Delivers another fastball. This one down the right side. That's going to be down for a base hit. Runner's going to take off for home. Comes the relay. The throw is in time, and they got. Oh no, they did not get him at the plate. Fantastic job by Nelson Perez getting through there in a second run. That ball was in time, just able to get underneath the tag, and US Elite now has a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the fifth.
That's huge confidence in your base runner by the third base coach to send him. That was hard hit to the outfield. They found the right fielder super quick, 87 miles per hour off the bat. Simple grounder for him as well. Comes up firing, no interruption from the first baseman at the cutoff. Gets to the catcher just a little bit far, and what a fantastic slide getting in there to score the run.
So Nelson Perez showing off the base running skills, and we've got a 2-1 lead for US Elite here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Here's Samuel Harding. Looking to blow this thing open. Another miss on the secondary from Thomas. Yeah, definitely thought we were going to have an out at the plate, but he was able to kind of go out wide on that slide and able to get away from the tag.
And those are plays that are a little bit scary sometimes if you're on both ends, the runner and the catcher almost diving at each other. Luckily, they come away from it safely, but yeah, fantastic slide to get that run scored.
Big inning for Nelson Perez. He delivers the first RBI for US Elite that comes through with the base running acrobatics to get the second run. Seen some nice tries here from the catcher trying to get the frame job. It's not paying off. 3-0's the count. Call obviously going to be fastball here. And he gets it for the strike.
was good work by Harding. If we remember going back to his last at bat, first 2 pitches, he was swinging hard. Like we talked about, he was trying to get out of the get out of the box real quick. This time, showing up, showing patience, watching on all 4 of his pitches he's seen so far.
I think we're going to see the secondary here.
I think maybe he just dialed down the fastball.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was exactly a secondary, but good work by Harding. Just fight it off the hands.
So 3-2 count. Just 1 down, 2-1 is the lead for U.S. Elite. Get themselves a big pool play win. They've got a doubleheader. Weak contact, shortstop gathers. Hits the tag on second for 1 out. Throw to first in time for the double play. Nice job by USA Prime Southeast to get out of that, but U.S. Elite has a 2-1 lead in our game of the day. We'll be back from the Prep Baseball Fall Open.
Next. Next. Stop.
We got it?
No. Keep going.
Again.
Next. Next.
If you don't pick one.
Oh, you have time. Am I keeping you from your job? Next. I don't even know where I am anymore. Stop.
Do we finally have it?
Let's go back to the beginning.
Are you
Your
joking?
electric future customized. The fully electric Audi Q4 e-tron.
Making every second count. That is how I live. And this is how I hydrate. Body Armor Sport Water. Water for the athlete in all of us.
This is ready to go online. Any questions?
Yeah, I got one. How about the best network imaginable? Let's invent that.
That's what we do here.
Quick survey. Who wants their internet to work pretty much everywhere?
And it needs to run smooth, like super smooth.
Hey, should you be drinking that?
It's decaf.
Because we're busy women.
We don't have time for lag or buffering. Who doesn't want internet that helps AI do your homework even faster?
Come again?
Sorry, what was that?
Introducing the next generation 10G network, only from Xfinity. The future starts now.
Welcome back to our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Fall Open. Eli Tomlin back to work here in the top of the 6th inning. This will be his 44th pitch of the day, in for a strike as he's facing off against Strange with Jackson and Spencer to follow for USA Prime Southeast, looking to respond after US Elite scored 2 in the 5th inning to take a 2-1 lead. The batter gets hit, so Strange going to make his way down to first base. I'm Cory McCartney. That's Grayson Rosen.
Got off to a quick start here for the stop of the 6th inning. Strange looked like he took the ball maybe off the calf, and yeah, we see Tomlin quickly in trouble, but we'll see if he can pitch out of it again.
This is Jackson, the left fielder, base runner at first. Tomlin with the throw over.
Lucky for USA Prime right now, they've definitely got some speed in this part of the lineup. Strange, definitely no stranger to running, and when you have, is it Jackson here up at the plate who is showing bunt right now. And
gets it down. Tomlin with the throw over to first base, but yes, Strange going to be standing at second.
Kind of appreciate the fact we got late in this game. It was low scoring, and then you start seeing some small ball, and it starts paying off for both sides. Not something that you see too often anymore.
Joey Tarot going to make his way out to have a conversation with Eli Tomlin. Can't imagine Tomlin would be removed from the game at this point. He's thrown just 46 pitches.
Yeah, we saw him kind of lose it a little bit there in the top of the 5th, but held back on, got him out of the inning. And now it looks like he just wanted to have a conversation, let him know where he's at, and see if Tomlin can't take him into the 7th maybe.
It's going to be Spencer. Bright will follow. Bright has made some pretty good contact on Tomlin so far, should he get an opportunity to hit here in the inning. Right guys up at the right time if you're USA Prime Southeast trying to respond after US Elite took a 2-1 lead. Tomlin delivers gets the breaking ball, and that's a fantastic pitch. I think that might be my favorite offering that we've seen from Tomlin, the way he's been able to work that in. Fastball is great, but what he's able to do with the secondary has been a lot of fun to watch. He hits him square in the back. So we're going to have runners at first and second.
It seems like he can't quite dial down the control on it. It's a great pitch. It's got great movement. Just seems like he can't quite hit his spot with it. I believe that's the same pitch he threw when he hit Strange to start the inning.
Shows bunt, goes foul. So here is Bright.
I don't think that's Bright. I believe that's whoever was playing second base earlier in the game.
Which is actually listed as
Bright.
Bright, yeah.
Okay, then maybe we had it wrong. I can't tell. It's so difficult without numbers.
Well, there's one down. 0-2 is the count to Bright. So Tomlin can respond, get him out of a jam here. Leads 2-1. Sends that foul. Tomlin with the 0-2. Swings through, but able to send that back foul and stay alive. Bit of a defensive swing. McCall's who was able to, as he retreats the ball there, is who's been able to really square up Tomlin so far. He's had exit velos around 90 and then I believe 85 on his last one, which was a base hit. You've seen Tomlin extremely well. Sends that one to second base. Runner jumps over that one. Has a hard time gathering a throw to first base. In time, still got him. Really impressive job there at second base to have the composure. The ball gets away from you. Could be a lot of trouble, but he's able to hold on and get the set and get the out.
Looks like we're running into a little bit of technical difficulties here with the stream. Looks like we're catching
back up and operational though, but there'll be 2 outs. Here's McCall. Mentioned McCall has been a little bit of a thorn in the side of Tomlin, at least from a exit velo standpoint. He's got a couple runners on here, one in scoring position. Misses outside.
I think this is a big spot here for Tomlin. If you can just get through this one right here, get out of the inning. Hopefully your guys can give you a little more of a cushion.
McCall on the ground. The short throws in time. Gets him. Nice job. Nice scoop. Nice throw. And U.S. Elite continues to lead 2-1 as we move along to the bottom of the 6th inning. Don't go anywhere. It's getting interesting here at LakePoint Sports.
So yeah, outrage is trending. Our feed's stirring us up, splitting us up. What if we came out from behind our walls and keyboards just for a sec and just go yard, front yard? Come out bagging, jumping, check on that Johnsonville feed. Let our individual flavors blend together. Yes, block nobody, block party. Keep it juicy.
Boogie woogie jam slam, bust the dialect, come to
We are on to the bottom of the 6th inning in our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Fall Open. We continue with Thomas on the mound for USA Prime Southeast. Cory McCartney, Grayson Rosen with you. USA Elite able to take a 2-1 lead in the 5th inning and held on to that, although with some interesting machinations going along. But we saw Eli Tomlin again able to really kind of hammer things down, continued to work his way through a tough inning, couple hit batters, but he's able to get through that inning and maintain his lead for this team as we move along to the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, it was a kind of a exciting inning there, or half inning, even though no runs were scored by USA Prime. It was a lot of good work just getting on base, moving around the base paths, but on the other side, Eli Tomlin looking fantastic on the mound and just getting out of things. You saw good composure from that second baseman. He bobbled the ball, still got the play at first that set up Tomlin to create another ground ball and end the inning. So it's been a fantastic ending to this game from kind of the 4th inning on, and now we get to see Tomlin try and help himself out a little bit.
Yeah, say his name, and he appears as Tomlin is at the plate here to start things off for U.S. Elite. He'll be followed by Noah Napper and Jackson Ridgway. Sends that foul. Do you think Tomlin's coming back out to pitch the 7th?
I don't think so. After you saw the mound visit early on in the 6th inning, and now we're getting into this deep part of the game, I would say you want to go to a fresh arm personally for that 7th inning, especially with how close it is. But Tomlin puts that one hard hit in play, and it rolls out to left field, and he's safe on first.
So Eli Tomlin got himself a base hit to start things off here in the 6th inning. So we're going to see the 5, 6, and 7 hitters will get an opportunity for USA Prime Southeast in the 7th inning. So we'll see what direction US Elite goes from a pitching standpoint. But Eli Tomlin has been exceptionally strong. 6 innings, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, a couple hit batters.
Yeah, he just got a courtesy runner, so it's likely that he is staying in the game. Hardy cut right there from Noah Napper here at the plate.
Napper, Franklin County, 2025. Rips that one down the right side, 85 off the bat. He's going to be on the run. Runner taken off for third. Napper going to stay at third, so we're going to have him at the corners with nobody out. US Elite looking to expand their lead here. Had some insurance runs as they look to shut things down in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, it appeared the right fielder was really leaking in towards center field. Great work by him to track down that ball and stop it from rolling all the way into the corner, but definitely a big spot here for US Elite. Maybe trying to give some insurance runs now heading into the 7th inning.
Comes Jackson Ridgway. Just misses with the looping secondary, yeah. More of an ephus.
Maybe Napper was making a little too many moves over there at second base or first base. Flipped our cameras.
Puts that in play. Going to be right up the middle.
Great catch, and looked like maybe an off throw there that pitcher tried to go get. Obviously, our camera didn't quite turn for that one, but seemed as though he was safe going back to third base.
All right, it's going to be 1 down. Yeah, the hot shot plays aren't always something that we end up getting to see here. Those choppers down to the corners. Carter Terro's turn with 1 down. Runner taking off for second.
You gotta head home on that.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Here comes the 3rd run for US Elite. Nice job on the base pass. It's always when you watch it from a coaching or an analyst standpoint, when they make that throw down with the runner at third base, you always wonder, why did you make that throw? US Elite able to capitalize on it, and they now lead 3-1.
Yeah, and I think I was going to question the hesitation there to run home, but it seemed like almost hesitating so that they didn't try to cut off that throw down and try and make a play home. They had to commit to the play at second base, and he was still safe, and they also scored the run. So that's textbook base running right there by US Elite, and it pays off, giving them a 2-run lead now. Ball came in play, so we'll take a second.
So still Carter Terro at the plate. He's got a runner at second. 3-1 lead for US Elite. Ball nearly gets away from the catcher. Let's see.
Now US Elite's in an interesting spot because you want to bring Tomlin back out on the mound, but if you keep this inning rolling too long, he might not want to go back out there.
Yep. Sends that one back foul. And you do got to play another game directly after this, so certainly something to keep in mind. Which it makes for an interesting dynamic there, right? Do you look at the guy who you're potentially going to use as your starter for the next game?
Yep.
Do these become his warm-up pitches?
Could be. I don't know. I have a feeling Evan Kirby would like to just stick to his start. He was still wearing his shorts when we got the chance to talk to him earlier. So we'll see what happens, though.
2-2 gets him.
Well
Taro goes
placed.
down on strikes. That's definitely a well-placed ball in the outside corner. So now 2 down. Go from Taro to Dowdle.
And despite the fact that US Elite has kind of opened it up here a little bit more, USA Prime, both of their pitchers today have looked great. Not exactly high velo guys. They're not going to blow you away with the fastball, but the placement has been phenomenal from both of them, and they're doing a good job of mixing in fastball and off speed and making the hitters miss.
Yeah, and you go lefty righty like that, and the lefty with Strange, it kind of had a bit of an interesting arm angle. Can certainly make it even more of a headache for batters. And then you go to a guy in Thomas that's just been, a lot of ball placement. That he's had a really nice secondary, and it's U.S. Elite has taken a 3-1 lead, but it has by no stretch of the imagination been by them dominating this game. So that one right at hot. There's your hot shot to the third baseman, able to make that catch and get out of the inning. U.S. Elite, though, leads 3-1, and they will try to finish things off as we move to the 7th inning in our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Fall Open. Don't go anywhere, as we'll have the closeout of our action when we get back from LakePoint Sports.
First one I picked up, I just liked it the best. And like I said, I tried a lot of different companies, a lot of different models, and I fell in love with Old Hickory for sure.
Eli Tomlin out there waiting to try to finish this thing off for U.S. Elite as they lead 3-1 in the top of the 7th inning in our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Fall Open. Cory McCartney along with Grayson Rosen.
Yeah, interested to see what Tomlin can do now. Coming out for his 7th inning of work, already giving up some early contact. That one falls in for the hit to left field.
And jumps on the first pitch.
So now 2 straight innings where he's allowed his first runner to make it to first, or his first batter to make it to first base. So maybe we'll just see him settle in once again.
That was McCullum, and we followed by Reynolds and Lavelle. This is the part of the order that started to give Tomlin some trouble when USA Prime Southeast got themselves on the scoreboard in the 5th inning. Reynolds 0 for 1. 56 pitches so far for Tomlin as he tries to finish this thing off, get himself a complete game victory. That one misses high. Not seen a lot of complete game efforts in these game of the days that we've had. We've had a couple of them sprinkled along the way, but by and large, we've seen guys, kind of understandably run out of gas late in the game. Is that in for a strike?
And with Tomlin here, he hasn't been lighting up the radar gun, but he was throwing a bit harder earlier in this game, but he's still showing good control. That one was 75 miles an hour and was a well-placed pitch made of swing and miss. So he's definitely still got his stuff going.
Throw over to first, but McCullum will maintain his spot.
Yeah, interested to see primarily how Tomlin's sequences look here. If he's going to just try and stick to the fastball just because he's feeling it, or bringing it off
and there
speed
it is
like
again.
that.
I mean, that's, when he continues to have that in his back pocket, I think that's why you leave him out there.
Yeah, and I love that he's not afraid to establish it in the top of the zone. Like, he's not spiking these into the dirt, trying to get them to clip the bottom of the strike zone. He's putting them wherever he needs to make you not swing.
Comes with the 1-2. That one's going to be in play down the left side. That's going to be down for another base hit. Runner's going to advance to second base. So USA Prime Southeast going to have runners at first and second.
It looks like U.S. Elite has somebody in the bullpen. I can't quite tell from that view, but looks like they might have had somebody warming up. Now with 2 runners on, no outs, you're starting to think about who are you going to warm up in the pen.
Lavelle had a base hit last time up, planted it into right field, and he's got a chance here representing the go-ahead run here on the top of the 7th. Missed by Tomlin, glove side. 2 straight batters have reached for USA Prime Southeast. First time that's happened in any inning for them so far as they're trying to fight their way back. And top of the 7th, trailing 3-1. Bell swings through 73.
It's a great pitch. It's just impossible to hit up in that spot, but guys always want to try and swing.
When you have established that, does he now go to that secondary pitch because you've got a guy who's going to be really aggressive at the plate trying to make something happen? Sends that back foul, makes it 1-2.
Kept the fastball, harder fastballs than he's thrown in this inning so far.
Yep.
So
I'm calling the secondary right here. I think he's going to get, I think he's going for it here. He's going to try to get the strikeout.
Yeah, when they go swing and miss and then they start to catch up the next time you throw the fastball, you might want to switch it up.
He goes another fastball, and that one's going to miss, makes it 2-2.
Now you got to think about being safe here.
2-2, we're shaping up for a fantastic finish here. 3-1 the lead for U.S. Elite. Tomlin, the breath gathers, can't lay off the high one there.
That one was the off speed, and it dropped down just like he's been throwing it all day, but Lavelle able to just get the bat on it again. I have to say, when I saw R. Lavelle on the roster, the first thing my mind went to was women's soccer player Rose Lavelle.
That's right.
And I was like, there's no way she's out here.
Got the punch out.
Pitch.
Nice job by Eli Tomlin. Goes back to it a second time. That time, Lavelle lays off, and it drops in for a strike. A big out for Eli Tomlin, so now 1 down as we move to Pass, who came through with an RBI in his last AB.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Switching it up a little bit, bringing that off speed again, and just doing work. Brings the off speed again, just a little bit inside on the plate.
Gather shoots that up the middle. 84 off the bat. It's going to drop down in front of center fielder. See if the runner's going to take off for home. He does. The throw from the pitcher cut off. Going to hold off, and a run's going to score for USA Prime Southeast. Cuts it to 3-2 with 1 down.
Now let's see. Do they have the trust in Tomlin to let him keep going?
So Pass has now produced an RBI in each of his last ABs for USA Prime Southeast. A big one there to cut the deficit to 3-2. Shows how big that insurance run was for US Elite in the bottom of the 6th inning. Goes to the secondary there, but misses to make it 1-0 as he's now facing Calvin. Strange will follow. Back the runner, gathers throws.
Like everything's just coming in a little bit low right now.
I feel like we're seeing Tomlin rush just a little bit. He seemed to be a lot more in control before. Let's see if he gathers himself here. Oh, rips that one down the right side. He's going to be down for base hit. The long throw across the third base.
Oh, no, he did catch it. He
did
tagged
catch
up
it.
from
Okay.
second.
It almost looked the way our camera
Yeah.
spotted it, and he was at nearly down to first base that Calvin had reached, but there's going to be now 2 down. So we've got a strikeout and a fly out here for USA Prime Southeast. Now here comes Strange, who started things off on the mound.
Let's see if he can back up a fantastic performance on the mound and take the lead here.
3-2 game. Runner's going to take off for second base.
Came in and strike looking on the off speed.
Sure. Tomlin's heart's got to be pumping 1,000 beats a minute here. Misses to make it 1-1. He elicited a lot of weak contact early on, but it feels like these last 2 innings, we've seen a much better job by USA Prime Southeast of getting some good wood on the ball. That one's going to drop down and go foul.
That was a super well-placed breaking ball right there. It now seems like he is trying to establish that lower part of the zone and maybe force a ground out, just because it's that dire situation in the game, and everything that's been elevated has been getting put in the outfield. You want to try and switch them up and force your infield to make a play.
It's got a 1-2 count, so USA Prime Southeast down to their last strike. Swings through, goes down on strikes. Eli Tomlin with a masterful performance. USA Prime Southeast comes up short. US Elite 3-2 winners. Eli Tomlin, man, an absolutely fantastic performance out of him on the mound. Complete game, allows just 5 hits, but just the 2 runs, and man, just a great outing from him. And we saw the secondary. We really liked that pitch, but just I think the composure and just the workhorse mentality that he had in this one, I think really stood out.
Yeah, he looked phenomenal, wire to wire, just constantly showing composure. And in those times where maybe his control did slip up just a little bit, he'd fight right back on the next at bat and show us exactly why he was up there and exactly why he made it all the way through 7 innings in this game.
6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 hits, hit a couple batters, but I don't think there's any question who should be player of the game for this one.
Not in my mind. It's definitely Tomlin.
Well, Eli Tomlin with a fantastic performance. 3-2 winners are US Elite over USA Prime Southeast. A big pool play win for them. We'll be back from LakePoint Sports as we hopefully get Eli Tomlin in here to break down his performance.
The Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capabilities. Please call us for a quote today.
Next. Next. Stop.
We got it?
No. Keep going.
Again.
Next. Next.
If you don't pick one,
Oh, you have time. Am I keeping you from your job? Next. I don't even know where I am anymore. Stop.
Do we finally have it?
Let's go back to the beginning.
Are you
Your
joking?
electric future customized. The fully electric Audi Q4 e-tron.
Making every second count. That is how I live. And this is how I hydrate. Body Armor Sport Water. Water for the athlete in all of us.
This is ready to go online. Any questions?
Yeah, I got one. How about the best network imaginable? Let's invent that.
That's what we do here.
Quick survey. Who wants their internet to work pretty much everywhere?
And it needs to run smooth, like super smooth.
Hey, should you be drinking that?
It's decaf.
Because we're busy women.
We don't have time for lag or buffering. Who doesn't want internet that helps AI do your homework even faster?
Come again?
Sorry, what was that?
Introducing the next generation 10G network, only from Xfinity. The future starts now.
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, you'll always find more fun with great brands at the best prices. More of this, and this. So you can get together for a little of that, and a lot more of that. And even some of that, and that's good. Have more fun with great brands at the best prices. Only at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
So yeah, outrage is trending. Our feed's stirring us up, splitting us up. What if we came out from behind our walls and keyboards just for a sec and just go yard, front yard? Come out bagging, jumping, check on that Johnsonville feed. Let our individual flavors blend together. Yes, block nobody, block party. Keep it juicy.
Boogie woogie jam slam, bust the dialect. I'm the
First one I picked up, I just liked it the best. And like I said, I tried a lot of different companies, a lot of different models, and I fell in love with Old Hickory for sure.
Grilling is an art. Don't forget to add sausage, Picasso. Keep it juicy.
jump to the jam, boogie woogie jam slam, bust the dialect. I'm the man in command. Come, flow with the sounds of the mighty.
Where's it written? Only grill burgers? Nowhere. That's where. Now throw on some sausage. And keep it juicy.
Boogie woogie jam slam, bust the dialect. I'm the man in command. Come, flow with the sounds of the mighty Mike.
Next. Next. Stop.
You got it?
No. Keep going.
Again.
Next. Next.
If you don't pick one,
Oh, you have time. Am I keeping you from your job? Next. I don't even know where I am anymore. Stop.
Do we finally have it?
Let's go back to the beginning.
Are you
Your
joking?
electric future customized. The fully electric Audi Q4 e-tron.
Making every second count. That is how I live. And this is how I hydrate. Body Armor Sport Water. Water for the athlete and all of us.
This is ready to go online. Any questions?
Yeah, I got one. How about the best network imaginable? Let's invent that.
That's what we do here.
Quick survey. Who wants their internet to work pretty much everywhere?
And it needs to run smooth, like super smooth.
Hey, should you be drinking that?
It's decaf.
Because we're busy women.
We don't have time for lag or buffering. Who doesn't want internet that helps AI do your homework even faster?
Come again?
Sorry, what was that?
Introducing the next generation 10G network, only from Xfinity. The future starts now.
Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capabilities. Please call us for a quote today.
Grilling is an art. Don't forget to add sausage, Picasso. Keep it juicy.
Jump to the jam, boogie woogie jam slam, bust the dialect. I'm the man in command. Come, flow with the sounds of the mighty.
Where's it written? Only grill burgers? Nowhere. That's where. Now throw on some sausage. And keep it juicy.
Boogie woogie jam slam, bust the dialect. I'm the man in command. Come, flow with the sounds of the mighty Mike.
Welcome in our player of the game from US Elite's 3-2 win over USA Prime Southeast in our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Fall Open. Eli Tomlin. Eli, congratulations, man. Fantastic outing for you.
Thank you, thank you.
Complete game, 5 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, including the game-ending strikeout. You were standing on the mound at the end. As soon as that 6th inning ends, you're running out there, just standing there waiting on the mound. How much did you want to finish this one off?
Oh, I wanted it super bad. I didn't want anyone else to take the win from me.
Did you lobby for it? Did you be like, Coach, keep me in here?
Yeah. He kept asking me if I was good. I was like, yeah, I'm great, Coach.
The secondary stuff was fantastic today. Obviously, you had fastball throughout. The velo was sticking strong. But what was working really well for you today?
I think my curveball was working pretty well for me today. So
yeah, tell me a little bit about the conviction with that pitch, because you seemed to have the willingness to throw it in almost any count. You established it. It was a little bit higher in the zone, but the way it was dropping down, especially in the one AB against Lavelle there, he fouls one off. And then you come back to it 2 pitches later to get him looking for the strikeout.
Yeah, I just really trust my curveball. I know I could throw it as a strike. So,
got yourself in the action offensively with the base hit. You guys kept off the board until the 5th inning. Obviously, you're able to get away with a 3-2 win. But what was the vibe like in the dugout with you guys? Like just knowing, okay, eventually things have got to start breaking our way offensively.
Yeah, it was just everybody's super cool. It's a good environment, and we're all just like rooting for each other.
So obviously a big win for you guys here as pool plays rolling along here. The fall can be, some guys kind of come in as pickup players. What's that like when you guys try to build that chemistry almost on the fly?
Oh, it's instant. We just form a bond instantly. It's a really good environment, like I said.
How do you approach the fall as a pitcher? Some guys kind of start to wind down as they get into this time of the schedule. What do you specifically try to do from your vantage point in the fall?
I see it as getting ready for high school ball, getting some reps in for high school ball.
Well, and fantastic performance out of Eli Tomlin. Again, man, congratulations on the great game. Our player of the game from this 3-2 win for US Elite over USA Prime Southeast. I'll be back to wrap up our broadcast. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back from LakePoint Sports.
First one I picked up, I just liked it the best. And like I said, I tried a lot of different companies, a lot of different models, and I fell in love with Old Hickory for sure.
and U.S. Elite 3-2 winners over USA Prime Southeast in our game of the day from the Prep Baseball Fall Open, a key pool play victory for them. We'll be back all fall long for action here from the Baseball Village, so make sure you keep tabs on all of our LakePoint Sports social media channels. We'll have all of our updated broadcast times as you watch these games for free on Facebook, YouTube, and X. So make sure you join us for all those broadcasts. Until then, for Grayson, Rosen, Avery, Hunt, and producer Mason Monroe, I'm Cory McCartney signing off from LakePoint Sports.